G'day folks, Jeff here again with another gig review. Tonight, seeing the mighty Pod People playing with Hekate, Remains and Point 17. Right here in Canberra at the Transit Bar. First up is Point 17, who I haven't actually seen before, and I think I've heard them, but I don't really remember, so pretty sure they're death metal. I know they've got a Sasquatch on vocals, so it should be fun. Yeah, it's a Southside band, so hopefully they're alright. But no, that should be good fun. After them is Hekate, who again I haven't seen or heard a second of, but it's got members of Looking Glass and Summonus and Witch Skull, so should be bloody good. I'm sure it'll sound like a lot of Marcus bands that he sings and plays guitar in, but fine by me. This next section is me re-recording from home and is a lesson in not recording your intros in the windy open park without a dead cat cover for your microphone. As you can tell from the other audio, it sounds like complete shite. So this is me rambling on about how I've not seen Remains before, but I'm looking forward to it, and then name-dropping half of the Melbourne grind bands they were in, such as Bloodduster, Fuck I'm Dead, The Day Everything Became Nothing, and The Kill. I then compliment Tony as a great frontman and drool over Jay's drumming skills. Apologies to the guitarists, but I mostly like blast beats and growls. But headlining is Pod People, a band that I've been seeing since they started in like 92 or something, like bloody eons past. Seen all their different lineups over the years. Saw their supposed final gig in 2012, which was a little acrimonious, you could say. I think one of the highlights was probably seeing them. I think it was the first Cathedral tour. It's at the Gypsy Bar, or I don't know if it was the Terminus at the time, but downstairs, small stage, bloody awesome. But yeah, I've watched them change from being a stoner rock band to a stoner doom band. Big variety there. The Tumbleweed Days, and yeah, bloody good band. I think other than Alchemist, they'd be the band I've seen the most. I'd say 50 plus times, probably more. I'd be very interested to know, but yeah, they've played a lot of times in Canberra, and singer Brad used to organise a lot of gigs. Generally, Pod People were on each of those gigs. Not good lad. So I've seen them a number of times. I won't be seeing much new other than new guitarist Roy from Alchemist and Synapse and Tranquillistics. Yeah, I'm sure he'll fit in alright. Might be fun for him with Mags' interesting drumming style, but all in all, it should be bloody good. It's at the Transit Bar, which is not really very big, so might be a little cosy. It's only a couple hundred metres away, so I'm going to go try and get in a little early and try not to have too many beers. So, it should be a bloody fun gig. And with the stupid beer virus, who knows? There might not be that many other gigs in the future, so I might not be allowed to go to them. They've already cancelled Download Festival this weekend, so it's a bit of a shame. No Carcass and Testament and the few decent bands that were playing on it. So yeah, who knows what else is going to get cancelled, but hopefully there'll be smaller gigs will still continue, because I like local bands. I want to see more of them. So anyway, enjoy folks.
the next day. The gig was bloody excellent. I'm a little hoarse from yelling at people loudly over the gig. And if you're wondering why I'm filming this in a car, it's because it's sort of raining and horrible outside. Well, not really, but I'm too lazy to get out and get wet. So yeah, anyway, here we are. Comfy as. First up was Point 17, featuring ex-members of Kill for Satan and Dehuman. They played it nicely, not overly technical death metal style, pretty brutal, pretty good in parts, and yeah, bloody excellent. From where I was standing, the vocals could have been a bit louder, but you certainly can't miss the frontman Brad, who's a little tall and a little big. He was bloody excellent, especially when you could hear him properly. They were a bit sloppy, but what are you going to do? I don't think they'd played for a while, so I don't think the drummer would be super happy today, but well, shit happens. So, they were excellent fun. I'm hoping, I know they put an album out a while back just online, so I'll try and track that down and put a link below. So, they were good fun. I'm looking forward to seeing them again. Next up were Hekate, which is like featuring Canberra and Sydney dudes. They were pretty good, actually. A lot louder and riffier than Point 17 were. But maybe it was just because I was standing next to the PA. But hopefully my footage actually isn't a complete blur of noise. But yeah, they were pretty good, but a bit sort of hit and miss at times. Some songs were killer, like Crawling Doom songs or great Rocky songs. Others were just a bit, I don't know, didn't quite do it for me at times. I mean, they're a newish sort of band, so I'm sure they'll improve over time. I mean, they got bloody, what's his name, Marcus there from Looking Glass and Witch Skull, so that guy knows how to write a song. So, yeah, it probably didn't help that I was standing at the back for half of it, gas padding with my mate Dave from Melbourne, so, but, it was still good fun, and always loved seeing Marcus on stage.
For you, Josh. Sick, huh?
My main man, JJ Lord.
third band of the night were Remains from Melbourne, and they were bloody killer. Really good fun. They played pretty much what I expected, which is sort of like later era Fuck 'Em Dead, sort of melodic, grindy, death metal-y sort of stuff, mixed with Tony from Bloodduster sounding like Tony from Bloodduster, unsurprisingly. He was a great front man, as always, channeling, seemed to be Randy Macho Man Savage this time, with amusing shades and gloves for some reason. Oh well. They were excellent. Sort of better than I expected them to be good, but this was really good, actually. Really good fun. So, yeah, hopefully they'll be recording soon, so I'll, yeah, I don't think there's any of their music I can link you to, but hopefully there's the song that I recorded, rather poorly from the crowd, so there's idiots in the way, but yeah, hopefully that turned out all right. It's always great to see Jay blasting away on the drums, and he had an amusing incident where his mic stand started falling into the kit. He looked a little peeved. Always good to see a bit of a tanty on stage. They were bloody good, and I was talking to one of my mates who's going up to Sydney tomorrow, or today actually now, to see them again, because he was so keen, so enjoy. Headlining the night were Pod People, who unfortunately were not quite complete as the singer Brad was off sick with the flu or coronavirus, according to the band. It sort of made it lack a little bit of interest, although I have seen him a lot of times, so I could still picture him pretty easily. They still played with some vocals from bassist DD, and he managed to work the Canberra Raiders Football Club theme song Green Machine into the lyrics, much to the crowd's delight, seeing Raiders had actually won that night. Displaced Parramatta from the top of the ladder, you bastards. It was a bit of a shame that our instrumental, because they did sound bloody excellent, and new guitarist Roy slotted in fine, although it was a bit weird seeing him with his shirt on, but anyway. They even played a super heavy slow song that they do called Subterranean, which was, very welcome, but without vocals, a little underwhelming at times. But the sound was bloody excellent, and I'm very keen to see them live again with a full band. So, good work, fellas. I'm glad to see you back. So, all in all, excellent evening. Hopefully I didn't catch coronavirus, but, well, it was worth it if I did. It was good to catch up with a whole lot of mates, and I was a good boy. I only had 3 beers in 5 hours. That's safe stuff. So now I'm about to go to a record fair before I head back to Harden, so I'll share my spoils if I buy anything. As always, I'll be on the lookout for Conan the Destroyer on record, the soundtrack. I have Conan the Barbarian, don't worry about that. That's the main one, but I'm sure I could buy it on Discogs pretty easily, but it's kind of fun to have a target to find, and it's not exactly urgent that I buy it. Hopefully these aren't the same sellers that generally do these record fairs and charge ridiculous amounts of money for old heavy metal stuff, but I'll obviously be on the lookout for that, so see how I go. See you.
G'day folks, I'm home in Harden now after successful record fair action. Managed to pick up Swan's album, which I realised I already own on the drive back. So there's a good $10 well spent. So any of my Canberra mates want a Swans of Filth and Body to Body, Job to Job 2 CD, it's all yours. I also picked up Slowmatic's Conan Split 12-inch, which is bloody bonza because I've already got it anyway. Also already have this. Ghoul, We Came for the Dead, killer first album. And no sign of I had a look, no sign of the Conan the the Destroyer soundtrack, or Barbarian by that means, but I did pick up Red Sonja. So another Arnie sword and sandal epic with this one Ennio Morricone did the soundtrack of, so I'm sure it's bloody bonza. So yeah, edging slightly closer to Conan the Destroyer. So all in all, not a bad little haul. There was plenty of people there. There was some ridiculously overpriced old heavy metal, but what are you going to do? So no, it's a fun time. So bloody good gig, decent record fair, all good. Time to relax. Cheers. See you folks.
Go, you fucking Raiders!